All right, I got a little kind of weird thing, a little bone that I want to pick here, and a little beef that I'm starting to have that, quite frankly, I don't understand. So let's take a moment. Let's talk about this, and that is the disrespect that Michigan is getting, not nationally as far as what kind of a team they have. I think that they're rightfully in a spot where they should be with their ranking as a team. I think they believe, and most national media and even local people realize this is a team loaded with talent, but they're young, and that talent should continue to develop. We'll do a ton of videos about that later. But at the same time, they're pretty, like, they understand, like, they could be really, really good, but maybe they're just a step away from it right now. Here's the thing that's bothering me. Through all the years that Michigan's been really, really good, one thing they've never had a serious threat on, except Hutch one year, is a Heisman Trophy candidate. And I think they've had some players that can do it. And I think right now they have a player that absolutely should be in contention for a Heisman Trophy. So you let me know in your comments below if you think I'm right on this, and I'm going to give you some stats, and I'm going to go into the Heisman Trophy odds makers and all these different sites that are putting these together. His name shows up nowhere. And he is the single best running back in the nation right now. And yes, I am talking about none other than Justice Haynes. He is the best running back in the nation right now. When we look into rushing stats, I don't know how well, if I zoom in here, if it kind of takes things away. So I'm going to zoom back out. But here's Justice Haynes. This is rush yards. Okay? Rush yards. He is third in the country. Third in the country. And he's Ahmed Hardy, yes, he plays for Missouri. Michigan's had a tougher schedule. We played a great defense in Oklahoma, and we played another Power 5 caliber defense in Nebraska. Power 4. Sorry. I'm so used to saying Power 5. But he is, bar none, the best running back in the country. Right now, he is averaging 8.1 yards per carry. That's out of control for 66 carries to average 8.1 yards. He has a long of 75. And he has 6 touchdowns. Look, when it comes to rushing statistics and rushing numbers, he is the cream of the crop. The only person averaging more yards per carry than him that's getting anything as far as yards per carry goes, that's getting anything close to the amount of carries that he is a guy from University of Texas in San Antonio. Look, that doesn't count. They're not playing the same competition. It's simply not there. We have seen when our entire offense is not working, Justice Haynes still is working. He is the engine that has been running this offense, and he has been producing when his offensive line is good. He produced when his offensive line was bad, and he produced when his offensive line was somewhere in between. 4 games, all 4 games, he had over 100 yards rushing. You put that all together, and over 4 games, he has 537 yards. He's averaging over 130 yards per game, almost 135. He's averaging a touchdown and a half per game. All right, that's part of it. I have more things that I can do to convince you, but now let's go ahead and look at the Heisman odds. First, we'll look at it on CBS. CBS, okay. John Mateer. They're all putting John Mateer as number 1. He's hurt. Like, he's not going to play for a few weeks. All right? Fernando Mendoza of Indiana? Really? Like, I understand that they just destroyed Illinois, but their whole team destroyed Illinois. Dante Moore, Oregon. Carson Beck, Miami. And then, yep. They have a couple of other few quarterbacks. It's just a quarterback. According to CBS, only quarterbacks can win it. All right? On SI.com, all right? They realize that it's no longer Mateer, but they're saying now it's Big Ten quarterbacks. Fernando Mendoza, Dante Moore. All right? That's who they're talking about. And then they bring in Jeremiah Smith and Carson Beck. Okay, Jeremiah Smith. Wide receiver, Ohio State. This is when the disrespect gets real. This is just silly to me. Let's pull up stats again. All right, here's the running back stats, and all of a sudden my computer's not working, so it looks like you're not going to get to see it. But receiving the football. All right, remember, in rushing yards, we have Justice Hayes at third. Jeremiah Smith comes in not in the top 5, not in the top 10, not in the top 20, not even the top 25. He is 27th with 315 yards. I also would like to point out when they played Texas and couldn't score, he had like 4 drops. I just want to be clear on this. These are the people that people are saying should be the Heisman candidates. Let's look at Fox Sports. All right. Again, I forgot. My computer's broke. All right. They're saying John Mateer, Dante Moore. Sound familiar? Carson Beck, Fernando Mendoza. They throw in Joey Aguilar, Garrett Nussmeier, and Jeremiah Smith. Go out. Put your bets. I'm not a betting guy. I don't even necessarily condone it, but I'm just saying, like, if his odds are really, really bad, throw $5-10, like, win some money. All right. And I'm not saying he's going to win it. I'm just saying he should absolutely be in the conversation. Like, he should be in. He's sizzling. Michigan has found its backcourt their backfield superstar. And then I look at an article like this. This is on Maize and Brew, right? And it talks about, I keep doing the same thing, where it talks about how Michigan football's backfield is far less balanced than expected. Yes. Would you like to know why? I want you to think about this. Jordan Marshall, was he good against Alabama in the bowl game last year? Yeah. Was he good against Nebraska? Absolutely. Has he looked anywhere near as good as Justice Haynes? No. And it's not because Jordan Marshall isn't a great running back. He is a great running back. He is probably a pro caliber running back, but he's not as good as a guy that should be in Heisman contention. It's not that long ago that running backs were winning Heisman trophies. All right? I'm going to look this up while I'm talking to you right now. Heisman Trophy winners. All right? It's not that long ago. Derrick Henry in 2015, he won it. All right? And I understand that's a decade ago at this point, but there's also been a lot of quarterbacks and a couple of wide receivers. Travis Hunter won it last year. Devontae Smith in 2020. It is doable. And when you look at the players that had won it at quarterback, guys like Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, these are quarterbacks that just put up insane numbers. Insane numbers. If there's not a quarterback that separates himself from the pack, you need to start looking at position players. Last year, there was not a quarterback. Cam Ward was very good, but he didn't entirely separate himself from the field. All right, same thing in 2020 when Devontae Smith won it. And so, like, those are the types of things that I look at and I say, like, why is this dude's name not on any list? When I watch him, I feel truly like I might be watching the best running back in the country. So I don't know if it's a Michigan disrespect thing or a running back disrespect, but running back is a very important position in college football. This is not the NFL. And by the way, you can't tell me the NFL running back's not an important position. No, they don't get paid well because they have short careers. But when they are there and they are healthy and you have an elite running back, the only thing more beneficial to a great offense is a great quarterback. So anyways, that's kind of where my thoughts are. I just wanted to talk about it and see what your thoughts are. Do you think he should be named as a candidate for the Heisman Trophy? Do you think he should be in the top 5 right now? Because quite frankly, of all those quarterbacks who are all playing pretty good football and had like a good game or so, I'd put Justice Haynes above all of them. All of them. All right. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.